I brought Pyke to a summoner skirmish because he completely counters Irelia. The match started out with a pretty good hand. On my turn, I threw down a Scryer's Bloom and I passed it back to him, where he then threw down a Tide Turner and it was right back to me. I decided to ramp a little early by throwing down my Trove in my pack. Who doesn't love more runes? On his turn, he brought the Tide Turn to the Abandoned Hall and that was okay, where he threw down a Scuttle and got another card and it was back to me. So I cracked the Scryer's Bloom and I found 2 Troves. Wow, amazing. Which I put to the bottom and drew into a Cleave. Great. So I decided to ramp again and I drew another Cleave. Amazing. At this point, I just wanted a point, so I brought Pyke over to the waist, which got responded to with a Starcross. Even better. I'm not sad, I promise. Back on his turn, he replayed the Scuttle Crab, getting another card. And it was back to me, where I decided to ramp yet again. Let's get some more cards. And from there, I threw down 2 Noxus Hopefuls, and right before ending my turn, I tried to Falling Star the Crab and the Tide Turner, which he gave an on guard to the Tide Turner, and with the Abandoned Hall, it allowed it to live. I was pretty sad, but he got to see my hand, and let me tell you, he was not happy. He then decided to throw down a Boots of Swiftness and attach it to the Tide Turner, and brought it over to the waist, which I threw down in acceptable losses, trying to bait out a Defy, and the plan worked perfectly, where he wasted a Defy, and after playing a stacked deck and throwing down a Guardian Angel, it was back to me, where I decided to split the battlefields and drop a bomb. All that ramping, and I was able to throw down a Baron to get a free point, finally. Where I brought my Noxus over to the Tide Turner and took it out for a second point, and reinforced with the other just in case. And for some extra preventative measures, I hid Pyke and passed it back to him, where Irelia finally came out, and I was a little scared. After attaching the GA and readying her, he brought her over to the Abandoned Hall, and from there, he charmed one of my Noxus Hopefuls, and it died, of course. And after attaching the boots and readying her yet again, he decided to bring her to my other hopeful, taking him out. I was kind of sad. After getting another point, I decided to reveal Pyke and Starcross the Irelia, seeing that his rune count was pretty low, and it went through. This was great. I then decided to ramp a little bit more and end my turn by hiding Pyke. And with the runes being so low, he developed a boots and passed back to me. And oh my god, I think he forgot what was in my hand. But I dropped the Boogeyman, a Mind Splitter, and this was terrible for him. And after seeing a lot of Defiant Dances, I took the Irelia, and I think he's cooked. Back on his turn, he unfortunately had to pass back to me. And with going to 5 points, I brought the Mind Splitter to the hall for my 6th point, and decided to be greedy, and brought Kaisa to the waist, getting my 7th point, and drawing a card. And last but not least, just to make it a little worse, I made him discard a card. I'm so sorry. And on his final turn, with his final card, he realized there was no way to take all 3 battlefields. And honestly, pretty good game.